to be a baggage for grains. We put grains in it. So from millet to rice to maize.
Yes.
So why are you wearing it?
Okay, I'm wearing it because I met an amazing Ghanaian designer. She's an artist designer, seamstress artist designer. And she made this dress in honor of a friend of hers who has something called help me with the word. Don't be mad at me.
No, you can go ahead.
Neurofibromatosis. Okay, and so that's where sometimes you get a lot of fatty bumps, and sometimes it comes as hangs of skins and folds, and that's what this portion represents. And then she wanted to give hope, and so the part that goes free is representing that at some point they hope there'll be a way to cure that and it'll free it. So I thought it was pretty admirable that she was, representing a really horrible skin disease that is debilitating to a certain degree because it keeps growing, it doesn't stop. But also that she was promoting recycling, and it fell within the wheelhouse of what the Nina Foundation stands for. Is part of their mission is health, sanitation, and recycling. Recycling is a part of cleaning up an environment and reusing something instead of letting it spoil. So sacks, what do we do with our sacks? Sometimes when they have holes in them, when you can't use them anymore, when you can't put the millet and the rice and the corn in it, it just becomes an eyesore. And so I thought this was a brilliant way to show that, there's potential even for fashion with some of our, what we consider waste.
Great. And you were here last week. We had conversations regarding Benjamin Foundation, some of the things that you've been able to do. You're here again today.
Yes.
I want to find out from you. So we had conversations regarding you people giving out wheelchairs and crutches, and then trying to eliminate open defecation by constructing new washrooms. And this you're partnering with government as well. It's not a solitary venture. It's not something you are doing alone. And that I also asked questions about how you're able to come up with funding for these. To embark on these projects, which is a very difficult situation sometimes, because you see that the willpower is there, you want to do it, but sometimes the funds to do it becomes very difficult to to come by. Is there any initiative that you've put in place to accrue funds? I remember last time you talked about having conversations with people abroad and all of that. So aside that, is there any other ways you're trying to generate funds internally here in Ghana?
Well, I think Benjamin is always sort of talking to Ghanaians and others who might be interested. We have recently talked about even doing a GoFundMe to sort of umbrella, like just bring in greater resource so that we can cover a greater space. But the truth is, it's very grassroots. It is literally, someone is going to see this dress today. And just by seeing it, they'll decide, I care about that issue, and I care about it so much, I'm willing to donate. So no, I keep it, for me personally, I keep things very basic, because I can only do what I can do. What you give me, I put to use, and then I demonstrate to you that your gift did not come back void.
Interesting. Let me come to you, Mr. Opare.
Yeah.
Ostensibly, money is a challenge.
Yeah.
Coming by it is extremely difficult. But with you, with this government partnership, how flexible, is it? Because ideally, people would think that government should be able to have the resources to fund these projects solitary. Like government alone should have the resources. Government should be rich enough to do this on its own.
Yeah.
So in this term of partnership, what exactly does government contribute to these projects?
Okay. I can say government is not directly involved. We are taking advantage of what is going on, which is the Gamma project.
Okay.
Government is paying about 60% of the cost of the digester toilet. And so the people are to pay 1,200 cedis for a complete toilet, which most people cannot afford. So this is what we are covering. But because you go to the office, you need to do some registration and other things. So we have extended it to 1,800.
Okay.
And because I am an environmental health officer and I work in Tema, I was able to collaborate with the office and make sure we put up the toilets. I go to the office, and then we make sure the people have the toilet. Yes.
So the subsidy comes primarily from the fact that government has reduced everything to 1,200.
Yes.
But if you look at the sort of, the whole process, you have to go to the office to embark on registration and all of that, then it means that you are jumping to somewhere 1,800.
Yes.
So if an individual wants a toilet in their home, and they want BNMF Foundation to help, are they supposed to pay anything? And how much are they supposed to pay?
We are covering the 1,800 for free.
So the entire cost of it?
Yeah, we don't ask anybody to bring anything. We go ourselves. I pick out to the site to inspect myself. Sometimes I go to the site and even meet people working. I have to give them money. I have to give them food, and that is what we do.
Wow, that sounds like a lot of money.
It is and it isn't, because we work as a team, and then sometimes people's hearts get touched in the process, and some people don't want to sponsor a whole toilet, but they'll say, you know what, I'm going to send you $50, I'm going to send you $100, put this toward the project, so we can use some of those funds to offset some of the additional costs that sometimes we run into. But yeah, he does get to the site, and people need to be compensated.
Are you overwhelmed by the number of people who seek assistance? Does it overwhelm you? Because I'm sure there are lots of people who actually do contact you asking for
You know what? Actually, when we started this was just supposed to be something we did for the month of November. To say, because in the U.S. it's Thanksgiving, just to say thanks. And it was supposed to be 4 toilets because there's 4 weeks in November. And when we first started asking people, myself, when I asked people, do you know someone that would need, they were all embarrassed. No, I have to think about it. No, it's like, come on, I'm living here in Pone. Like, I could name 10 people myself. But the resistance was there. We didn't really get people contacting us until the first toilet was complete. And once they saw that it was complete, and they saw what it looked like, and they saw the joy, then we started getting some names. But you would think we got people the phone is just ringing off the hook. No, sir, it is not.
And I've seen pictures of you people giving out wheelchairs to persons in Peki, Ajokwe. Is it Ajokwe?
Yeah, it's Ajokwe.
Peki, Ajokwe. I've seen you people constructing toilets and all of that. And last week we were talking about the joy that it brings to these people for the very fact that they have a place of convenience now, and that they wouldn't have to do it somewhere else and then just throw it somewhere else. And it also talks about the problem of open defecation in Ghana. I don't know if you know the statistics, but it is scary.
He knows the statistics.
Ghana ranks as number 2 worldwide when it comes to open defecation.
Wow.
Worldwide, the whole world, like number 2. Ghana ranks number 2 in terms of open defecation. So, this is just to say that whatever you're doing is a worthy cause. Maybe you do not know the magnitude of it, but it is a pervasive issue here in Ghana. Open defecation is very much pervasive, more so even the capital. When you go to the beaches and all of that, beaches are supposed to be beautiful and all of that, but people use them for all
to
these
ease themselves.
Which actually reduces the beauty of our beaches. So it's very, very terrible, extremely terrible. So, and then the wheelchairs too. I want us to have the conversations about the wheelchairs. How how do you identify these people and then give it to them?
Well, my driver was trained to assemble them to be a part of a team for Free Wheelchair Mission. And so he brought it to me, and Free Wheelchair Mission wants the effort of getting it to people, but they don't identify the people. We rely on Benjamin to identify the people because we're dealing in a specific community, Pecky. So Benjamin knows, it's just a question of phone calls of who's sort of, sick and shut in, who has recently been injured, who's just sort of lost mobility due to stroke, and so we go to him. But it was my driver, Mr. Gosway, who introduced us to Free Wheelchair Mission, and we said, okay, I can get the funds for us to be able to transport, because we're coming out of Palm, we're coming out of Timma, to get it up to the Volta region. But he's the original link in terms of Free Wheelchair Mission. I help with finance, and then Mr. Benjamin Opari gives us our clients. He lets us know where the need is in the community.
And I'm just realizing that you do not only just build a toilet, you provide a bathroom starter kit as well.
It's a Fenton, a T-roll, yeah. And
brush.
The brush, yeah.
And we educate them on how to use it.
There's a picture I'm seeing, and I'm hoping that our people get to display it on their screen. So oftentimes the conversation is that most of our facilities here in Ghana are not disability friendly.
Right.
Yeah.
You understand? So
Yes.
you go to certain institutions, and you only see a flight of stairs.
Yes.
There's no elevator. How does somebody who is physically challenged go to the top?
Yeah.
You go, you see that there's only a flight of stairs to the entrance. There isn't something that, a slopey, place where. So I'm just seeing one of the pictures, and then I realized that there's a Mason trying to. Wow. So that's something you guys did too.
We built it. Yeah.
Yeah.
When the wheelchairs were delivered, what did they tell us, Benjamin?
Because the place is not friendly for people with disability, so we quickly asked them to get someone who will work on it, and then we pay for it, and it's done.
And that was a health clinic, I think.
Yes.
Yes,
Wow.
definitely. So they was happy to have the wheelchairs, but we were helping, but not. It's a clinic that actually is a place where the women give birth, and so we help, but without the ramp, how good is the wheelchairs? Like, they were carrying people down, then to the wheelchair. So I made a phone call home. This is Pan-African television, right?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I'm a Pan-Africanist, and I call my friends who are Pan-Africanists, and I called my friend Leonard Omar Muhammad, and I said, listen, this is what it costs. They've given us the figure. Would you be willing to cover this cost? I just kept it clean. And he said, absolutely. He wired it to us. I wired it to him. And because he knows who's the carpenter, who's the masons. He knows where to get it done. And so...
You just got it done.
Yeah, he got it done.
Oh, but it's really interesting. It's really interesting that for a government facility like the Pecky clinic,
Pecky Health Center.
it beggars belief that such an institution wouldn't make provisions for ramps for persons with disabilities. I'm startled. Yeah.
You're startled.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
I'm startled.
But I don't want to just be startled. I think once you're over it, solve. Be solutions driven. It's okay to be shocked. It's okay to be scared, disgusted, irritated by it. But if it really bothers you, then let's solve. Let's
you
figure.
need to do something about it.
Yes, either that or leave it. Don't have it. Don't bring it up. Don't show the pictures. Don't discuss it unless you can solve. And they were open to a solution, and the numbers were good numbers.
I'm still going through the pictures, and these are some of these people you've been able to give the wheelchairs to. They are very old people, people who are in their advanced ages and should be living a pretty comfortable life as well. So, more power to your elbows. You're doing a great job.
I don't believe this wheelchair was given to an old lady, and she was so excited. I said, now I have a car.
You see? Yeah. I can understand.
Yeah,
I can
now
understand
she has a car.
their frustration.
Yeah.
If you're not able to, if you're not mobile, you're not able to move. And so you are at just one point, and you are already in your advanced ages. Then it really is an issue. So
now add the defecation issue to it.
yeah.
Because not only can you not move, but how are you getting yourself
To a
to
place,
ease yourself?
yeah, to a proper place
Yeah.
of convenience.
Yeah.
That's a real issue. So, I mean, we do not have so much time. I wanted the conversation to be brief, but I feel that we have spoken about the real issues,
Yeah.
and our viewers get to appreciate the magnitude of the problems that we face here in the country in terms of open defecation, in terms of the fact that even a government facility does not have a ramp for persons with disability. It's a real issue. People who are octogenarians, septuagenarians, people in the advanced ages
Yes.
are not able to access, I mean,
Health facilities.
proper. It's a real issue.
Yeah.
So I think they've appreciated it.
Yes.
They want to. Those of you watching, Benjamin Foundation is calling on you to be a stakeholder in this.
Absolutely.
You matter. I mean, this is a worthy cause. We need to contribute our own quota to development, and this is one of the ways we can do it. I think when you go to the beach and then you see human excreta all over, it's an ugly sight. It's something you wouldn't want to see. One of the ways we can eliminate that is to construct these biodigester toilets for them at subsidized cost, no cost at all. Benjamin Foundation is taking up the cost for free. All you need to do is also support with your widow's mite. So the numbers to call.
Okay.
I'm very high on that, like always.
Yeah, so I'm telling people and I'm educating people, just put it upon yourself and just build a toilet for a family. And when you look at the structure, I tell you, you'll be happy.
I've seen them. Last week we displayed some of them as well.
You'll be happy.
Wow.
So in case you want to contact us, we want to sponsor a family, this is the contacts. 0242 248601. 0242 248601.
Right.
Yeah.
Right, 0242248601. Right, that's the numbers to call.
With one caveat, it only is for the greater Accra area, though. You have to tell them that.
Okay. So what you're doing now is for the Greater Accra area.
Yeah.
That's how far.
You've come.
Yeah.
No, that's what the government has stipulated. Just that area.
Okay, just for Greater Accra. Thank you so much for your time this morning,
you.
Dr. Wanda. Thank you, Mr. Opari, and more power to your elbows for everything that you're doing for the good people of Ghana. And also this, you can see if our cameras can take proper shots of it, so our viewers could
You want me to
watch.
stand? Can I stand?
Maybe you can stand if you wanna. Yeah, just there.
All right. And the artist is Rebecca Mensah.
Wow, beautiful. Beautiful. Thank you so much for your time this morning.
you.
I'm hoping that we get to do this again. Well,